It is 7:33. It is a Monday morning. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning, George.
How you doing, sir?
Not bad for Monday.
I see you made it through the weekend.
Made it, survived.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, it went by really, really fast.
I think your daughter was running in Chicago, wasn't she?
She was running in Washington, D.C.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's close.
Yeah, she was.
Not really, but closer it is here. Yeah, how did she do?
Well, it was more of an honor thing. She did fine, great. She was running on behalf of the Thin Blue Line.
That's her charity, right?
Yes. Yeah, so she was running to raise money for them.
For fallen officers.
Did they do what?
They're fallen officers, police officers.
Yes. The fallen officers killed in the line of duty, and there were people from all over the country there. And
I think each member of the team has a chosen officer that they run for.
Yes, I believe you're correct.
I see she put on Instagram. She put all the tributes and the everything on there. They're a fantastic looking thing. Yeah,
there was a lot of stuff that she had displayed. Plus, people, like I said, from all over the country. Great. I guess the weather was fantastic.
Which is unusual for Washington D.C. Yeah. So there you go. Somebody was looking after him.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's good. I'm glad she had a good time and was successful in her efforts.
Yeah, she was very pleased with the response.
That's fantastic. How was your weekend?
Well, like I said, other than just went really fast.
It always does.
Yeah.
It always does. I pretty much slept through Sunday.
You slept through Sunday?
Yeah.
In other words, there wasn't anything exciting.
Well, they partied at the house on Saturday, my son's birthday.
Oh, wow.
And so they had a big thing there, and I slept through. As usual, family stuff doesn't get over until midnight or after.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah. Sunday was pretty much taken care of.
You were licking wounds, or somebody was.
And somebody was. I was sleeping at all. I pretty much slept the whole thing. Missed the NASCAR race. Didn't watch any baseball. Stayed in the room and slept.
Well, sometimes that's the best thing.
Got to recuperate. Well, the older you get, the more sleep you need. and I'm finding that I'm getting very old. Anyway, are we ready for the new week?
We're ready for the new week. We got a new city manager in Calexico.
No, not yet. We don't. They have the negotiation to go through.
Okay.
They want her, but she has to have a contract that she can agree with. That's the process they go through before
they're working on it.
Yeah. I talked to her yesterday, and she is excited. She's excited, but she's not there yet. Not actually the city manager yet.
Well, that's a good sign.
But anyway, we'll talk about that, and I think we go into that in the news story. Okay. Ready for some birthdays?
Birthdays.
People celebrating, not just my son. There's other people celebrating, too. These are the big shot people. Jazz drummer Billy Cobham. That's a big shot that I never heard of. He's 78 years old. Danny Trejo, I've heard of him. Danny Trejo is a fantastic guy. He's been to Imperial Valley a couple of times. He's an actor, but he brought a musical a review thing to the fairgrounds. Yeah, I don't know if you remember that because most of it was rap music. But Danny Trejo is just a very, very nice person.
Yeah, he is. Now, I do know him,
yeah. Bill Simtrovich. He was in Crime Story and Life Goes On. He's 75 today. Pierce Brosnan, we all heard of him. He is James Bond. He's 69. Deborah Winger, heard of her. She was very famous in the 70s, 67 years old. Mayor Winningham, 63 today. Violinist Boyd Tinsley of the Dave Matthews Band. Not very many violinists in rock bands, but Boyd is one of them. He's 58. Bassist Chris Novoselic of Nirvana. Nirvana. He's 57 today. I don't think Nirvana's around anymore. Janet Jackson is still out there somewhere. She's 56. Actor-singer Scott Reeves, he was in Nashville, and he's on the soap opera General Hospital. What a combination. He's 56. David Borens, he was on Bones and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He's 53. Political commentator Tucker Carlson, 53 years old today. I thought Tucker was older than that.
I did too.
I was wrong. So are you.
Sometimes it just...
I think sometimes they rearrange their birthdays, because there's been some celebrity birthdays that I always thought were about my same age. Turns out they were 3 or 4 years younger. And they're 3 or 4 years younger every year. Tracy Gold of Growing Pains, she's 53. TV personality Bill Rancic is America Now. He's in America Now and The Apprentice. So apparently he was with Donald Trump. He's 51. His wife was on Entertainment Tonight. I've heard of her, but I don't remember him at all. Country singer Rick Trevino is 51. Tori Spelling is 49. Melanie Linsky on 2.5 Men, 45. Megan Fox, she was in the Transformers until she thought she was too good for him. She's 36. Drew Roy of the Falling Skies and Hannah Montana is 36, which means Drew was on the Nickelodeon. Thomas Brody Sangster of A Game of Thrones, 32. Never heard of him because I never saw A Game of Thrones. Not one single episode. Anyway, we got some local people. You ready for the local people?
Let's have the local birthday.
They're coming up next.
Hi, I'm Hilton Smith, and I'm asking for your vote for Imperial County Sheriff on June 7th. I was born and raised in Imperial Valley, and I have 38 years experience in the sheriff office. I believe we can make a difference in how policing is done in our community. I will do this by guaranteeing Sheriff Department employees are treated fairly and provided equal opportunity for advancement. I plan to implement an oversight committee and also ensure each outlying area has a resident deputy. Vote Hilton Smith for Imperial County Sheriff.
Paid for by Hilton Smith for Imperial County Sheriff 2022.
Happy birthdays this morning going out to Amber Montgomery, Anthony Aguilar, Francis Nicklin, Andy Sosa, Gabby De La Torre, Gabby Verdugo, Irene Norris, Linda Bryant, Peter Villalobos, Rosa Ramirez, Steve Rangel, Isabel Walton, Jeffrey Wise, Joaquin Alvarado, Aiden Bussey. Happy birthday to each and every one.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
And it's time for the World California News Headlines, brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist. For sales and service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News special report, grief and anger in Buffalo. 2 days after police say an 18-year-old gunman opened fire and killed 10 people, 8 of them black. Mayor Byron Brown tells CBS Mornings the city's stepped up security.
Hopefully seeing a greater presence of law enforcement right now in particular is making people feel more comfortable.
The suspected shooter's been charged with a hate crime. Investigators say he described himself as a white supremacist and an anti-Semite. Correspondent Eureka Duncan is in Buffalo.
Authorities called the alleged gunman a racially motivated violent extremist.
He took my sister. He took my sister who I talk to every day.
Among the victims is 72-year-old Catherine Massey, whose sister and niece took us into her home. They told us she was a beloved pillar of the Buffalo community.
CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but They repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Authorities in Orange County searching for a motive in the deadly attack of the Geneva Presbyterian Church in Laguna Woods Sunday. A man opening fire, leaving 1 dead and 5 injured.
The suspect was not injured during the incident and was taken into custody. He's believed to be an Asian male adult in his 60s. We don't believe he lives in this area.
County Under Sheriff Jeff Halleck. The shooting there, one of several mass shootings across the country over the weekend. A man shot and killed outside LA's Grand Central Market. The victim had a knife in his hand, but authorities don't know why. The gunfire sending those on hand running for cover.
We just saw people running for their lives to the other side of the market. And I heard 3 more gunshots. They're like, pop, pop, pop. I was like, oh, they're shooting in front of the market.
Warrior star Steph Curry earns his college degree 13 years after leaving school early to enter the 2009 NBA draft. Curry finishing his final semester at Davidson College, now looking ahead to the Western Conference Finals where the Warriors will face the Mavericks. Jeff Scott, California News.
And the World California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning for your air conditioning and sheet metal needs. Call Lock Air Conditioning today, 760-353-4501.
My name is George Marquez. I'm a candidate for district attorney. I was raised in Imperial County, and I'm a product of our local public school system. I believe in protecting our families by aggressively prosecuting dangerous criminals. I believe in forging strong relationships with law enforcement to further our interest of law, order, and justice. I believe in building the entire community so that everyone has a voice. Please vote George Marquez on June 7th for Imperial Valley District Attorney. You can also follow me on my Facebook page at George Marquez for District Attorney 2022.
Paid for by committee to elect George Marquez for District Attorney.
Okay, it is time for page 1 of the local news, brought to you by El Centro Motors, El Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center, with 3 locations to serve you at El Centro Motors and the Brawley Auto Center at Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and at the Imperial Valley Mall. With page 1 of the local news, here's Gene Brister.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, Calexico City Council held a special meeting this past Thursday afternoon. George Gale has more.
The meeting was to discuss the city manager's position. Position was left vacant some time ago by Miguel Figueroa, who was appointed to the Imperial County Executive Officer position, filling the vacancy left by Tony Rahotis when he retired. During the special meeting, the city council unanimously voted to offer the city manager position to Esperanza Colio Warren. Colio has worked for the past 18 years with the county, currently serving as the deputy executive officer. Contract negotiations get underway soon, and a contract needs to be approved by both sides before Colio can begin as the full-time city manager for the city of Calexico. Colio has a stellar reputation for her grant writing talents. Colio was born and raised in Mexicali, coming to the Imperial Valley in the 1990s. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
Last week, Governor Gavin Newsom unveiled California's $300.6 billion May revision budget proposal for fiscal year 2022-2023. The May revision provides significant funding and support to accelerate development by streamlining geothermal permitting, supports the development of geothermal energy and lithium recovery in the Salton Sea region, incentivizes the projects that manufacture, process, or recover lithium through sales and use tax exclusion. It establishes a tax per ton of lithium extraction to benefit local governments and residents, and creates a pathway for local residents to benefit from jobs created by the new industry. KXO News Time, 747.
If you're looking for something special for your pickup, head to the Brawley Quick Lane and their new off-road center. They specialize in lift kits, wheels, and tires that have the right look and perform. There's names like Fox, Bilstein, and Rancho. Method wheels, too. Built-up spray bed liners as low as $4.99. It's the right stuff at the right price. The brand new off-road center at Quick Lane in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
In other local news, a Border Patrol vehicle rolls near Campo. Here's more on that story.
The incident was reported at around 5:40 Friday morning. Border Patrol unit was discovered down a dirt road off Bell Valley Truck Trail near Highway 94, close to the U.S.-Mexico border. The agent driving the vehicle was with the San Diego Sector Border Patrol. Driver suffered fatal injuries and was pronounced at the scene. Driver was the sole occupant of the vehicle. California Highway Patrol is investigating the incident. Victim's identity has not been released. For Kxo Local News, I'm George Gale.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane services all makes and models, and you will never need an appointment.
Let's talk about it. Bringing community mental health issues to your radio. Listen each Sunday morning to KXO AM 1230 at 7 a.m. or on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. on FM 107.5. Or log on to KXORadio.com for a podcast of the show in its entirety. This program produced by the Public Affairs Department of KXO AM 1230 and FM 107.5. Let's Talk About It is presented as a public service of Imperial County Behavioral Health Services.
And it's time for page 2 of the local news, brought to you this morning by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., and by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. With page 2 of the local news, here again is Gene.
Well, new COVID-19 numbers are in for Imperial County. George Gale explains.
They were released Thursday afternoon. The numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, there are currently 115 active cases of COVID-19 locally. That is down slightly from what was reported last week. Deaths attributed to the virus, however, have increased to 914. COVID-19 tier metrics for the Imperial County as of May 1st. The new cases per day per 100,000 population were at 8.0. The positivity rate, 7-day average, ending May 1st, was at 11.5%. Variants of concern are still the Delta and Omicron variants. Since December 2020, there have been 1,258 Delta variant cases reported in Imperial County. Since December 2021, there have been 1,103 Omicron variants reported locally. The age group most affected by the variants are the 18 to 14-year-old group. The health department has not provided any numbers on the subvariants of concern in the nation right now. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
In other local news, there is good news from the County Board of Supervisors. George Gale has more on the story.
Well, sir, you have that story.
Can I have it?
You got it.
Okay. According to information posted on the county website, the board will host a series of off-site meetings in each supervisorial district. They will be scheduled throughout the calendar year to allow the public easy access to the Board of Supervisors, giving them an opportunity to provide feedback to the board and learn about services available to them. The next off-site meeting will be held May 24th. It will be held at Vincent Memorial High School Gym in Calexico. The meeting will begin at 6 p.m. The gym is located at 525 Sheridan Street in Calexico. And registered voters can cast their ballots now. George Gale explains.
Vote by mail ballots were sent out on May 9th. County Elections Department says as soon as they are received, ballots can be delivered back. The department says there are 3 ways to vote early. Ballots can be taken to any of the drop boxes located around the county. Ballots can be mailed, or you vote at the Elections Department at the Administration Center on Main Street in El Centro. For more information, go to the website elections.imperialcounty.org. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are 2 locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Street. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
Here's George Gale with a weather update.
High temperature yesterday, 107 degrees. The overnight low this morning, 75. Wind gusts overnight up to 32 miles per hour. National Weather Service says temperatures will cool slightly over the next several days as high pressure relaxes over the region. However, afternoon highs will still remain above seasonal normal throughout the week. Dry westerly flow will also persist this week with only sporadic periods of high clouds. Weather forecast calling for sunny skies today. Highs right near 104. West to southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, clear skies. Overnight lows around 69. West wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, decreasing to 10 to 15 miles per hour after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour. Sunny on Tuesday. Highs right near 102. South winds around 5 miles per hour. And right now we are looking at 77 degrees, 17% the relative humidity. Air Pollution Control District says air quality moderate in Westmoreland and at the University of Mexicali. Air quality is good for the rest of the region. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you this morning by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, open every day, and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland, Imperial Valley's fine dining experience.
Golden State Extracts, CBD, is the first fully licensed GMP certified hemp processor in California making CBD. Everything is done right here in the Imperial Valley, from growing to processing and manufacturing. Our products derived from hemp are a natural form of pain relief to help you with your aches and pains, help you sleep better, and lower your stress with our specially formulated tinctures, pain creams, and gummies. Best of all, you can visit Golden State Extracts CBD locally at their Imperial location, 520 West Ayton Road. For more information and benefits of CBD, visit them on the web at goldenstateextracts.com or call 760-355-9134. That's 355-9134.
And it is Sports World Roundup time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best of care. Progress being made in the NBA playoffs. They're on to the next round. The Celtics defeated the Bucks 109-81. Boston wins that series 4-3. Mavericks upset the Suns 123-90. Dallas wins that series 4-3. There'll be no games today. Tuesday, they start the finals. Celtics, the East Finals. Celtics at the Heat that'll be their game 1 on Tuesday. Wednesday, it'll be the West Finals. In the National Hockey League, they also have some final round games. The Rangers and the Flames move on. Both of them had to earn it, however. Rangers beat the Penguins 4-3 in overtime. New York Rangers win that series 4-3. Flames and the Stars. Flames won that one 3-2 in overtime. Calgary wins that series 4-3. There is no hockey today. Their finals, the second round finals, start on Tuesday. The Lightning takes on the Panthers and the Blues take on the Avalanche. We'll have baseball next.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And on the Major League Baseball scoreboard, it was the Padres over the Braves, 7-3. The Pirates won. The Reds threw a no-hitter, but the Pirates won. That's right. It was a ground out. A runner drove in from third base, apparently had walked or got on base somehow, but without a hit. The Pirates beat the Reds 1-0, despite the fact that the Reds threw a no-hitter. Astros beat the Nationals, shut them out 8-0. Tigers over the Orioles 5-1. It was the Brewers over the Marlins 7-3. Mariners beat the Mets 8-7. Rays got by the Blue Jays 3-0. Twins beat the Guardians 3-1. Yankees over the White Sox 5-1. Rangers beat the Red Sox 7-1. Royals over the Rockies 8-7. Angels defeated the Athletics 4-1. Cubs beat the Diamondbacks 3-2. Dodgers over the Phillies 5-4. Albert Pujols pitched the ninth inning for the Cardinals, and the Cardinals win over the Giants 15-6. So it's something else. In NASCAR, Kurt Busch won at Kansas. He drives for the Jordan Brand team, the brand new team owned by Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan, and that was his second win of the season. Emotional in golf, the emotional Steve Stryker records a wire-to-wire victory at the Regions Tradition, making him very happy. K.H. Lee held off Jordan Spieth to join the Rare Company as a repeat winner at low-scoring Byron Nelson. And Minjee Lee hung on to win the LPGA's Founders Cup over Alexi Thompson. In golf, England's Sam Horsfield won the Saudal Open to claim a third European Tour title. And in tennis, Novak Djokovic swept every set in the Italian Open, and he obviously took the title there. Daniel Medvedev calls the Russian invasion of the Ukraine very upsetting, and the Russian says he still hopes he gets a chance to play at Wimbledon. As it stands right now, Wimbledon said no Russian players or they're not eligible to play. Buffalo Bills' Micah Hyde is donating a portion of the proceeds from his charity softball game to support the shooting victims in Buffalo. And that's it. That's a look at sports. Sports World Roundup brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District.
Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
And we'll have this morning's financial news right after the CBS News. That's right now, brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
Wounded in church. CBS's Carter Evans in Laguna Woods says some were able to hogtie the suspect with an extension cord.
The suspect is an Asian man in his 60s. He's not believed to live in the area. Investigators are working to determine if he has any connections to the church or its congregants. Now, the 6 victims who were shot are all Asian, and they range in age from 66 to 92 years old.
The Supreme Court rules in a challenge to a provision of federal campaign finance law from a Republican senator, as we hear from CBS's Steve Dorsey in Washington.
The court's conservative majority sided with Texas Senator Ted Cruz in a challenge against campaign finance laws. The ruling allows political candidates like Cruz to ignore a $250,000 cap on the amount they can reimburse themselves for campaign expenses after an election. The opinion calls it a restriction on free speech.
Sweden's prime minister calls it historic change in the country's security policy, that move to apply for NATO membership. Finland's pointing in that direction, too, and Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell, visiting Helsinki, says there is support for this on Capitol Hill.
Certainly, we hope to achieve it before the August recess, when Congress typically goes out of session. Obviously, that would be well before the fall election.
Congress is poised to take action this week designed to ease the baby formula shortage. FDA Commissioner Dr. Robert Califf tells CBS Mornings he's working the issue too.
We believe it is possible for all families to get formula. There is enough to go around, but it's not distributed in the right way. So I want to fully recognize that it's very difficult and recognize people's concerns.
Spirit Airlines said no to a purchase offer from JetBlue on 2 occasions. Now JetBlue has launched a hostile all-cash takeover bid. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 144 points. The NASDAQ is down 165. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Need an adrenaline rush? Meet Nissan's most advanced lineup like the all-new 400 HP Nissan Z, or for your off-road adventures, check out the all-terrain Nissan Frontier. Road trip? Hop in the Nissan Pathfinder. And for something more electric, there's the stylish Nissan Ariya. The best of Nissan is here today, so don't wait. Enjoy the ride now. 2023 Ariya and Z not yet available for purchase. Expected availability this spring for 2023 Z and this fall for 2023 Ariya.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Mom. How did Jordan's interview go?
I'm not sure. Your brother isn't home yet. Oh, one sec. Someone's at the door.
Are you Mrs. Lewis?
Yes?
Mrs. Lewis, I'm Officer Taylor. Your son was in a crash and has died.
What?
He wasn't wearing his seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle.
No. No. Mom, is everything okay? Mom, answer.
Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
The pandemic shook up the employment scene. Now worker burnout is a growing issue.
41% of workers feel more burned out than they did a year ago. 78% set their own schedules, but 70% of those employees are working more hours than before the pandemic. The fix:
sharing your availability, communicating clear deadlines. This can help reestablish boundaries and reclaim personal time.
Paul McDonald with staffing firm Robert Half.
Establishing those rules of engagement with your employer, also with your home life, can help you make sure that you're not getting into the burnout mode.
Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
Starbucks says it will now offer employees enrolled in its health care plan reimbursement for eligible travel expenses when accessing abortion or gender-affirming procedures when those services are not available within 100 miles of home. It's also available to dependents of employees enrolled in coverage. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Was your business hurt in the years of the pandemic? Have you had a serious decline in revenue since 2019? And do you have 10 employees or more? Was your business partly or fully shut down by the government? If you answered yes to any of these questions, you may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. How? By taking advantage of the Employer Retention Tax Credit, a fully funded tax credit created to help businesses during these difficult times. The experts at ERTC Biz Credit are ready to help you get the money you are owed. The pre-qualification is absolutely free. Even if you got PPP money, this is more money that may be owed to you. Repayment is not necessary. The money is all yours. Get your free pre-qualification now if you have more than 10 employees. Call 888-306-3555. That's 888-306-3555. Take advantage of this tax credit while you can. Call ERTC Biz Credit today at 888-306-3555 and claim what is rightly yours. That's 888-306-3555.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is Jean Oswald asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
And your CBS News brought to you this hour by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. Become a hunger warrior. Contact the Imperial Valley Food Bank at 760-370-0966. On to the financial news brought to you this morning by Southwest Security, locally owned company protecting your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. U.S. stocks traded lower this morning with equities resuming a downward slide as concerns over the growth outlook persisted amid elevated inflation. S&P 500 declined by about 0.3% just after the opening bell. NASDAQ dropped 0.5% as mega cap technology companies, including Apple, fell. Dow Jones Industrial Average traded a little changed to slightly lower.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
And your financial news brought to you this morning by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
They have great weekday specials.
I like the friendly environment, the friendly staff, the cold beer, and the best wings in town.
Burgers and Beer, what I like about Burgers and Beer, the menu, everything on the menu is great. I'm working my way through the menu. My favorite thing right now is the grilled tuna chipotle sandwich. That's what I had yesterday, and it was delicious.
So come and see us and find out for yourself at Burgers and Beer.
You've got your share.
I'm sexy and I know it.
The best oldies on the radio.
12:30.